Around a couple of years ago, during COVID, I was in a complete rut. And my mom thought it was a good idea to get out of the house, do something fun, like breathe air, touch grass, such as getting my palms read. And I'm very much into that. And although I was in a bad mood, I said yes. And we drove a couple of towns over and went to the corner of a street that was like an absolute hole in the wall. And once you had walked in, it was kind of reminiscent of those old like dentist office where you have to go up those like super narrow staircases and you have to like gorilla grip the railing, not because like you want to, but because you literally need to, or else you'll like tumble all the way backwards. But after what seemed like climbing, well, Mount Everest, we got to the place of the hour. Jill's breathing and reading exercises, and I was hype. Like, I immediately ran in, I left my mom behind me, and I met the woman of the hour, Jill. She was 70, she was great, and we just started kikiing, we were talking, and I left my mom in that waiting room, and then just got into Jill's office. And immediately, I get a little ready, I like crack my back, I'm like, close my eyes, and put out my palm. And immediately Jill goes, "Girl, what are you doing?" And you see, little did I know, this was not a palm reading session. This was a therapy session. My mom lied. She ambushed me. And of course, like a therapist, Jill starts asking me questions. And she's like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm like, "Okay, loser. I didn't come here to unpack my trauma. I wanted to read why my Virgo moon means something." Anyways, I unpack my trauma, and we get absolutely into it. And she's like, "You have severe anxiety, and it messes with your own self-perception of your self-worth." And I'm like, "Okay, why would you tell me that?" And I start crying immediately. And then she starts crying, and I'm like, "Why are you crying? You're a therapist." She's like, "I'm emotional." It was an entire issue. It was honestly just a mess. But she was definitely right. Like, I have always really struggled with that and how like I self-perceive myself. And ultimately, because of that, I just like left her instinctively. I was like, "Goodbye, Jill. We'll never see you again." And hopped in the car with my mom. I look over at my mom and tell her nothing. Because what? I'm going to talk about my feelings to my mom? There was literally no way that was ever going to happen. But basically, because of that, I got curious of what could make me worthy, what made me feel good about myself. So I looked to external sources instead of internal. Within school, I've always really pushed myself, staying up to 6 a.m., waking up at 8 for school assignments, just to get that like pat on the back and a thumbs up from my parents. Or even it could be my romantic life. I've always searched to be loved horizontally. Horizontally, laying under dark gray sheets, begging for others to fill the silence. And the worst, honestly, was with my body. You see, I really do say this a lot, but if you gave me a pen and paper, I honestly couldn't draw myself. I skipped countless meals and thrown them up too, and every calorie felt like a failure. Every meal felt like an entire country. It was awful to me, and I couldn't handle it. And as I'm kind of turning this new page and this new leaf to, well, my quarter life crisis, some could say right now, I've kind of really understood the idea that I am worthy no matter what. Because as I've gotten the body I've wanted, the friends I've dreamed of, the love life I've cherished, and the achievements I've accomplished, what's next? Because frankly, there isn't much. I spent so long wondering and waiting and being curious about what made me worthy to others that I never really sat with myself thinking about what makes me think I'm enough. And as I sat with it, turning into 20, which is just in a couple of days, I can't do the math, it's on the 21st, I've realized that I'm inherently worthy. Because I'm still worthy if I never got that 4.0, and I'm still worthy if I was loved vertically standing as somebody listens to me fill the silence of the night. And I'm definitely still worthy if there's no mirror, no scale. And honestly, all three of those things will forever be the least interesting thing about myself. Curiosity about what could be, and therefore the comparison of what is now, is the thief of joy. So I promise, honestly, on every shooting star that I am worthy. Worthy of love, friends, an A-, or even a sweet treat. Because at the end of the day, my worthiness comes from my friends, and honestly, myself. And I now know as I blow out my 20th candles that I can accept this refusal of intoxicating curiosity. And I can't wait to see what we all grow up from now, what we look like from now when we're 70, to have wrinkles where the smiles had been, have a beer belly full of drinks that we so should not have drank, But sure, maybe that's not deemed beautiful, but like, God, I lived. And every minute of living, I was worthy. So again, as I blow away my candles, that party fades, the confetti turns to dust and trash, and my cake turns to mold. I'll be by myself. And sure, maybe that's not a lot, but it's enough. So here, a toast to me, put your hands up, a toast to me, the boy, who still hasn't had his palms read by Jill, even though I definitely need it. But hey, at least I'm worthy. Thank you.